What's going on, guys? HTHJD here, and as you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about a very popular character. We're going to be talking about the him of the show, of Naruto. Itachi Uchiha. Mr. Genjutsu himself, the clan killer, the child prodigy. This man is probably one of the most well-written characters in the show. It's by far. From a destined prodigy to an Anbu Black Op to a clan killer just trying to protect his brother from a war to an Akatsuki member to what Sasuke only knew was just his brother being a dick when he was really just trying to protect him. Even after his death, he affects the Naruto world. He was a very influential character. How strong was he? Why was he so demanding? Why was he so captivating? Why was he so feared? We'll get to all that in this video. We're going to talk about physical strength, striking strength, speed, intelligence, battle intelligence, experience, hacks, stamina, durability, endurance, reaction time, combat speed or attack speed, offense, defense, destructive power, skill, weaponry, and range. Let's start off with our first category, which is going to be strength. This guy is capable of matching expert swordsmen like Hisame Hoshigaki and his Samehara blow for blow with a mere kunai. And he can casually snap Curse Chunin Exam Sasuke's arm like a twig. Now, the Chunin Exam Sasuke arm snap, not that impressive. It's the fact that he could contend with Kisame's blows with a mere kunai. He was blocking Samehara's blows from Kisame Hoshigaki, the same dude who was boxing and dominating 6th Gate guy, and the same guy who can take blows from 7th Gate guy. This is also the same guy who could beat B. This guy's wrist and forearm strength has to be fucking immaculate for him to use a kunai against a giant scaly sword wielded by a roided out shark person. So his strength is definitely out of this world, man. Striking strength. He managed to beat Orochimaru when he was younger, and then he did it again on the verge of dying, so Orochimaru is pretty much his top op in the series. He could have beaten a full power post-heavy Curse Mark II Sasuke while still holding back. The only reason Itachi did all the shit that he did against his final fight with Sasuke was to get him tired out and then get Orochimaru out. That way he could stab him with the Totsuka blade. So that's ridiculous. And he only got a 3.5 out of 5 in power in the 2012 data book. So that's ridiculous. Speed, he was able to keep up with Curse Mark II heavy Sasuke. And that wouldn't be that impressive if he didn't get a 5 out of 5 in the 2012 data book. He has a perfect score in speed. According to fucking... I forgot the author's name, damn it. I'm drawing a blank, but according to the author, this guy was the peak of speed. At least up to the 2012 data book. I'm assuming this isn't counting... I'm going to assume this is not counting Otsutsuki's. I'll admit, I don't have the 2012 data book. I honestly got it off of the wiki. Because I heard there was a 2012 data book. I didn't feel like ordering it. So I was just like, oh, there's definitely online sources for that shit. Now, let's talk about his intelligence. Jesus Christ. This guy, Itachi, is definitely one of the most intelligent characters in Naruto. He is a downright genius. He's got 5 out of 5 in intelligence in the 2012 data book. He's got a photographic memory, as we can see when Itachi can memorize any scene with a mere glance. He is very good at deception when Itachi is incredibly skilled in looking into the person's hearts and his opponents by using it against them through deception. For example, against Kabuto, Itachi was able to confuse him by lying to him about how he was able to track his location, claiming he was responsible for that when he was actually Nagato's doing. And as a spy and a double agent, he was extremely adept at lying and deceiving people. He deceived Sasuke into believing he was a power-hungry madman intent on stealing eyes, when in truth he was just carefully orchestrating their battle to free Sasuke from Orochimaru's curse mark and awaken the power of the Mangekyo Sharingan within him. So again, all Itachi wanted was the best for Sasuke, even though it wasn't through morally correct means. He has also amazing leadership skills. Itachi, by the young age of 13, he was the leader of his own Anbu squad, commanding groups of the most highly skilled ninja in his village. Itachi also demonstrated exceptional leadership and strategic brilliance, quickly analyzing the situation and coordinating with Naruto and B to exploit Edo Nagato's weaknesses, with his calm decisiveness being key to secure their victory. Now, you won't see me mention anything about Edo, mainly because that does improve his physical stats. I'm mainly talking about Akatsuki Itachi. Alright? So like no Edo stuff. The reason I am mentioning intelligence is because Edo and Tensei doesn't increase your intelligence. You still keep that even if you are alive. You don't get smarter through Edo Tensei. You don't. Another thing is his analytical prediction. Now, by analyzing an opponent's personality and motivations, Itachi can accurately predict their actions on a short and long-term basis. Even when robbed of his senses, he was able to accurately predict that Kabuto's target was going to be Sasuke, and managed to protect his brother. Likewise, he knew that Madara, aka Madara, with the Obito, would attempt to recruit Sasuke and set a deadly trap for him. He even managed to predict that Sasuke would turn on the Konoha after learning Itachi's truth and prepared a countermeasure for that. And in the form of Kodomatsu Kami, nonetheless, delivered by Naruto. This guy planned for the future. Like, he planned shit even when he's not gonna be. He knew he was gonna die. Like, he knew he was gonna die to Sasuke. He knew that he needed to give his life to Sasuke and make him think he beat his brother and secure justice to the ninja world, because he thought, again, Itachi was a really, really bad person. He also has information analysis. Itachi is always analyzing his opponents and their techniques in the midst of a battle in order to discern and exploit their weaknesses. After a very brief observation, he figured out that the most optimal way to shut down Nagato's Rinnegan shared vision by attacking his summons eyes from blind spots. Likewise, he was able to quickly discern the mechanics and weaknesses of Shibaku Tensei. A very strong technique, mind you, after a few seconds of observation. He can use chakra sensing techniques in order to sense and analyze the specific techniques and abilities his opponents are using, which then allows him to study and counter them. This motherfucker is literally plotting against you mid-battle. He doesn't need to do it before. He can do it while he's fighting. As for the cherry on top, he's very good at coercion. Itachi was able to force Obito into postponing his plans to attack Konoha by striking a pact with him. By agreeing to help Obito massacre the Uchiha clan, he was able to force him to leave both Sasuke Uchiha and the rest of Konoha alone. So just don't fuck with Itachi with mind games, because he will outdo you time and time again. And he's not just book smart, he's also battle smart. For fuck's sakes, the guy's an Anbu captain, or at least was an Anbu captain. He trained since he was a little boy. He's a high-level Akatsuki member, and as I mentioned, amazing leadership skills. Itachi was stated to have excellent shuriken jutsu and was demonstrated flawless accuracy from a very young age. He can also use kunai to such a flawless extent to the point where he was able to hit several targets with pinpoint precision, even being able to hit the kunai in motion with other kunai in order to change their trajectory and hit some of the targets hidden from his view. Get this man. Get this man. Ref, help. What the fuck? What the shit? Not to mention, he did this all in probably 14 plus years. Canon, I believe he is 21 to 23 years old. I believe he's 21. But he's between 21 and 23, I believe. But I know that he's been training as a ninja for, at the very least, 14 years. Depending on who you are, Itachi has been training longer than you've been alive. I'm not sure if I have 14-year-olds in my audience. If you are 14 and younger, this Itachi has been training himself longer than you have been alive on this earth. Now let's talk about another strong category he has. His hacks, his overpowered abilities, his one-shots, his regenerations, revivals, stuff like that. So the Totsuka Blade seals any target that's stabbed with just one shot. Literally all it takes is one shot for the Totsuka Blade to hit you and you're done. The Yatamir is a shield that nullifies any jutsu by turning it into the same nature transformation as the jutsu used. However, it can only use the basic 5 types: earth, water, fire, wind, and lightning. It can't use yin or yang or any kind of Kekkei Genkai. The Amaterasu is a never-ending flame that is as hot as the surface of the sun. A never-ending flame that is as hot as the surface of the fucking sun. That's crazy. He also has Tsukiyomi. After making eye contact with you, Itachi traps you in an illusion of his design. Through his unpreceded ability to alter target's perception of time, he can use this jutsu on subjects that to them can seem like days or hell, even years if he wanted to, but it really only takes a matter of seconds in the real world. So if he doesn't physically harm you, he's gonna mentally harm you. One look from Tsukiyomi, just for an example, in OG Naruto, one look at this man, one shot of Tsukiyomi that maybe lasted 0.3 seconds, put Kakashi in the hospital for 2 weeks. 0.3 seconds of this fucking jutsu put Kakashi Hatake in the hospital for 2 weeks. Brother. Oh yeah, and if he doesn't want to do that, and he wants to sacrifice, and he wants not sacrifice, we'll get that later. Let's just say, he doesn't feel like looking at you. He can just point at you, and boom, you're in Genjutsu. I feel like a couple Uchiha members missed that update, where they just simply point at you, and then there's Genjutsu. I'm not too sure if he can pull out any Genjutsu, or if it's just like one of his baseline ones. Now, let's just say if you back him up into a corner, you manage to kill him. Well, screw you. He has Izanagi. It gives the user a second life of sorts, but at the cost of one of his eyes. And again, let's just say he hasn't played enough mind games on you. He then places you in Izunami, which is basically an endless loop that he creates. And guess what? Your actual body is standing still. In your brain, you are running through the same motions until you've realized something. Or until Itachi has mercy on you, which is not very likely. This man kills an entire family with absolutely no fucking remorse. He made his own fucking parent kneel in front of him, backs turned, waited for his brother to get there. I know he cares about his brother, but he waited for his brother to get there to slaughter him. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, we go from like three strong categories to probably 3 of his weakest. Stamina, durability, and endurance. Now, he has pretty bad stamina due to his illness, but even then, after pushing Sasuke enough to the point of exhaustion to get Orochimaru out of the cursed mark, he was still able to block Kirin. And he's got a 2.5 out of 5 in the 2012 data book. Like, come on. Now, durability is weird. I could either go off of his Susanoo, or I could go off of his own body. His own body is not very durable. I will say that right now. Itachi is not a durable individual. You want to know why? It's because I barely see that motherfucker get hit. It's very hard to gauge how strong or how durable you are if I barely see you get hit. Orochimaru has never hit this guy. Kisame has never hit this guy. And Sasuke has never hit this guy. Kakashi has never hit this guy. Kurenai has never hit this guy. Asuma has never hit this guy. No one's hit him. The only time he was hit is when he pulled out his Susanoo to block Kirin. That's the best you're getting from me. Is that his Susanoo can block a very powerful lightning-based jutsu. Now let's go to reaction time. The most powerful person he has reacted to are people like Kisame Hoshigaki, Orochimaru, and post-Hebi Curse Mark II Sasuke. Now it's confirmed that post-Hebi Curse Mark II Sasuke is stronger than Orochimaru. Right? Or did I misspeak? I misspoke. No, I didn't misspeak, actually. I'm sorry. Post-Hebi, like after Hebi. Not Hebi Sasuke, it's post-Hebi. With the curse mark. And Kisame, who was probably going 80 to 90%. The only reason he wasn't going 100 because he didn't want to kill Itachi. Not that he could. But he didn't want to injure his own man, you know? But hey, this guy is able to react to a fucking lightning attack. Like, come on. Combat speed. How fast can this guy attack? Well, he's capable of mashing expert swordsmen like Kisame. He's able to beat Orochimaru when he was a lot younger and when he was on the verge of dying, pretty much. Again, those 2 times that Orochimaru fought Itachi. My man got fucking one-tapped. Like, think about this. Orochimaru has faced 2 of Itachi's most powerful abilities. Tsukuyomi and the Totsuka Blade. The first time, it was kind of like a warning. It was like, hey, you fuck with me or my brother, I'm going to fuck you up. So you put him in Tsukuyomi as a... Imagine Tsukuyomi is your warning. Imagine Tsukiyomi's like your warning. Then the Totsuka Blade, you get Seal. That's your final warning. And then obviously, sorry, I was yawning. He beat post-heavy Sasuke while holding back, mind you. Now, what's his offense like? I've already talked about his Totsuka Blade, Amaterasu, Tsukiyomi, Izunami, Ephemeral, which is his pointing jutsu. But what about his Mangekyo Sharingan? Now, that's obviously where his Amaterasu is. But his Mangekyo Sharingan also enhances his reaction time. It enhances his eyesight, his perception, stuff like that. Anything involving eyes, it enhances it. But he also has other things like explosion clones, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's clones that explode. He can shoot fireballs at you, create water bullets, create a Susanoo. Not a full one, just an armored one. An armored Susanoo, but it's like only showing like maybe the mid-torso and up. Can reverse again jutsu on you if you understand it. That's what happened to Kurenai. And then he has a jutsu called Demonic Illusion Mirage Crow, which is basically a genjutsu that makes you see a bunch of crows. That's all it is. I don't get the point of it. In his defense, again, his MS, Yadomir, Izanagi, we've all talked about that. Susanoo, we've also talked about that. His genjutsu reversal, we've already talked about that. There's two other ones, though, I haven't mentioned. Shadow Clones and Chakra Suppression. Shadow Clones, we've all know what Shadow Clones are. They're pretty much just doppelgangers. But Chakra Suppression. Itachi can suppress his chakra levels to the point where he can't be really detected. It's pretty bonkers when you think about it. Like, if this guy wants to, you won't even fucking sense him coming. Like, you have a sensory type, and he's like, "Well, buddy, I can't find him, so we're kind of dead here." Now, what's his destructive capability? Well, what I've been able to research, I believe small country level would be appropriate with his Susanoo. He could easily slice off heads from the 8 branches of Orochimaru. That thing was fucking massive. Now, what's his skill like? Well, his skill, he's capable of matching expert swordsmen like Kisame Hoshigaki, so he's not too bad with a blade. He also has 4.5 out of 5 in taijutsu, so he's one of the best taijutsu fighters in the series. He was also stated to have excellent mastery over pressure point strikes. So this guy can just fucking paralyze you. This guy can put you in a genjutsu, snap your fucking arm like a twig, can point at you and you're in a genjutsu, can torture you mentally or physically, or straight up just box you with hands. This guy's fucking ridiculous. Sorry, I was yawning again. Very tired. What is his weaponry like? Well, we've obviously already talked about his overpowered Totsuka Blade and Yadomir, but he used to, or does still carry, a sword, kunai, smoke bomb, explosive tags, poison gas bombs, sleepy bombs, flash bombs, the basic kit for outside the sword. That's pretty much the basic loadout for any shinobi. As for his range with the Yataka Monokataba, I really hope I said that right. That's basically, the Susanoo creates this ring-like projectile with 3 points and just throws it at you. With this, he can reach thousands of kilometers. How strong is Itachi? Well, he's third strongest in the Akatsuki, I can tell you that right now. He's stronger than people like Kisame, Orochimaru, post-heavy Sasuke. So, that's how strong he is, man. He can beat everybody I've talked about as of now, except for Toby. I've mentioned him. That's the only reason I said that. Oh yeah, and Nagato. I mentioned Nagato too, didn't I? Outside of Toby and Nagato, pretty much everyone I've mentioned, at the point he was alive, he could beat. So he at the point Naruto was at when Itachi was alive, yes, he could beat Naruto, Sasuke, Kisame, Orochimaru, Kakashi, Sakura, all your favorites. They lose to Itachi because just amount of bullshit he can do. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe to me if you want to see more videos from me. And comment what you want to see next. I'm just a yapping channel. If you ever see Ethan on everything, that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm not looking to be this hyper active editor who just puts 1,000 fucking sound effects and everything. I'm just looking to yap, talk about anime, have a good time. Alright. That'll be it for me, guys. I appreciate little and small support. Sorry, I messed that up. Little and big support. They're all great. Support is support, in my opinion. Love you guys. See ya.